Hey everybody, thanks for watching. This is Hadrian. Let's play some more Civilization 5 in our tutorial. We're doing pretty well. Rome is 4 turns away from finishing the Manhattan Project. It is the year 1992. We are in the Atomic Age. We have a wonderful golden age going, so we're gaining a ton of gold and, what is that? Culture? Every single turn. We're going to go to the next turn and see what happens. Should take us to the year 1993. I think we're down to 1 year per turn now. We are only about 88, 87 turns away. Okay, so Hiawatha is not happy that we proposed a world ideology, but we knew that would happen. We're only about 87 or 88 turns away from a time victory, which could very well happen, but we also have a few things in place to help with a cultural victory, or we might very well do a scientific victory. We'll have to see which one presents itself to us first. It doesn't look like we're going to do any more conquest. We had a huge war. Well, really, it was kind of a straightforward war. We captured Krakow and Warsaw, and then took Poznan. And now it's just a matter of developing all this territory that I have up here. Is that? Yeah, okay. We've got a mine there. All right, let's have a look at what we can build here in Ravenna. I'm going to go ahead and build a broadcast tower. As I mentioned a few episodes ago, there is a reason that I was kind of waiting to build broadcast towers. There is a wonder that we can build that automatically builds all of them. I was kind of keeping you guys in suspense as to why I was doing that, I know. And yes, right now I'm just checking to make sure that some of my research selected cities don't have anything new that they can build. Because, again, that's something you have to do. But, you know, we've actually built broadcast towers to boost culture in a number of our cities now at this point. Let's go ahead and do an armory there. Let's get this pulled back up. Let's see. I don't have my interface set up. Just loaded the game back up, so I need to get it ready. All right, so we need to build a museum in Vatican City. Let's go ahead and do the queue. Museum, followed by police station, followed by airport, followed by military base, followed by military academy. The unit needs orders. I think that is a standing barbarian camp. I think that is a ghost. I think as soon as we explore through this shade, that excuse me, that barbarian camp will actually no longer be there. But yeah, we'll have to see. I think that one's real, because I think that's where those barbarians that we fought up here came from. Oh, hey, it's a Polish ship. What are you doing all the way up there? There's no reason for you to be all the way up there. Poland actually doesn't have the ability to bring this ship within its territory anymore. We took all of Poland's sea-based territory. Trade route plundered. Which one? Filthy barbarians plundered the trade route you established between Neapolis and Malacca. Well, crap. So we actually, not only are we down one trade route, but we also have an additional trade route available to us now. So we're going to need to fix that. Let's build a mint in Poznan, since we have some gold nearby. That'll help. And then we'll follow that up with an opera house, a stadium, airport, constabulary, arsenal. Choose research. Very important. Let's see what we have available to us. Yep, we're going to research ecology because I want that Sydney Opera House as soon as possible. I mentioned in a previous episode that that's one of my next targets. We'll get a free social policy and a culture boost in a given city. So if we pull up our cities list right here. All right, there we go. Economic overview. That's what I wanted to see. So, yeah, Rome is where we're going to build that, without a doubt. Either that or we could potentially build it in Warsaw. And, yeah, that's tempting, actually, because then I could have a much more productive culture city in addition to Rome. So, yeah, I'm kind of tempted to build it in Warsaw. We'll see how it goes. All right, so we have this worker here waiting for an order. We'll have him do a lumber mill there in the next turn. I'm going to have this unit fortify. And then as soon as it's healed up, we're going to have it investigate to see if there's actually a barbarian camp there. Let's pull the research info back up. There we go. We can finally build a farm in that random tile that I didn't complete that's like near my capital and has been since the beginning of the game. All right, so we've got that repaired. When a tile is pillaged like that, you lose the benefit of any kind of special resources that might have been working. So that's why it was important to go up there and repair that tile, because we were losing that oil. All right, Circe. I think I'm going to build one of my new trade ships here, because we are one turn away from being done with this broadcast tower. All right, so this worker's done. We're going to build a trading post in the tundra there. We're going to build that lumber mill. Fine. We'll do a broadcast tower in Aratium. And a cargo ship. It's just going to take one turn in Circe. So at this point, given all the technologies and the social policies we have, things are building very quickly. It's not taking nearly as long for some of these newer cities like Setia and the cities we've just captured to build up all of the stuff we have in the rest of our cities. So if I don't do any more expansion, I should be able to construct pretty soon any more wonders that I have that require me to have a certain technology in all cities. Hey, a great engineer was born in the city of Mediolanum. That's good news. I'll actually keep him there because that might be a good place to have a words come to me. That would be a good place to have a wonder in the future. I'm going to go ahead and build a trade route with Tyre because that's a nice lucrative route. And looks like this caravan is done. Where were you going previously? Cape Town? Keep going to Cape Town. That's fine by me. Where was this caravan going previously? Internal trade route, maybe? So you were helping Circe grow. So its starting city is Rome. You can tell right there. Range is 30 plots. Yeah, let's have Setia grow. Setia is our new city. So we're going to have this caravan run all the way through. Oh, that's cool. Wait a minute. How is it going to get to Setia? Wow, it's actually going to go through Polish territory. I did not know that was even possible. That is something completely new for me. I've never seen that. All right, we're going to do an airport in Rome. Looks like the Manhattan Project has been completed, so we now have the ability to build nukes as well. But we can't purchase them. Or have we not actually researched the atomic? Hang on, let's have a look real quick. Okay, yeah, atomic bomb comes after atomic theory. So the Manhattan Project allows us to build things, but we don't actually have the ability to do it yet. And academies are also giving an additional 2 science, but we haven't built any academies. Academies are the special building that great scientists can build. All right, so let's go for a hospital in Mediolanum to help. What is happening here? It's saying 237 turns to growth. Is it because of the production focus? No. Yeah, see, every time I switch it back, it goes... Oh, nope, it's back. Not sure what's happening there. I'm not going to pay too much attention to it. Huh, this caravan's been sitting here forever and a day. Who's fighting? Are these... I guess those are barbarians? Yeah, those are probably... Yeah, they're barbarians. That's what they are. Yeah, this caravel's been sitting there forever. I brought them back from their exploring role that they had much earlier in the series. And now they've just been sitting there. So we have a great musician that's being attacked right now. Let's give our submarine something to do. Bye-bye. It's always kind of satisfying to see a submarine attack an old school dreadnought like that, or whatever you would call that ship. All right, so this infantry is done. We're going to head that direction and see what's going on with that potential barbarians base. We'll build a medical lab in Ravenna. Mediolanum is still showing a ridiculous amount of... Let's see what's going on. Oh, that's why. Okay, it's correct. We only have 0.4 food coming in. I wonder why that is. Is it just the production focus? I'll go back to default focus just because I don't like that it's taking that long. It just seemed like, you know, whenever the number suddenly gets that big, my mind just goes glitch. I have a tendency just to think it's a problem with the game. And I'm less inclined to automatically think that there's something actually that I could change. But in that case, it was actually legitimate. For whatever reason, Mediolanum, with 13 citizens, doesn't have access to that much food, which doesn't make any flippin' sense. Food, food, food. Alrighty then. Alright, Setia is done with its initial build queue, so we're going to build up... Let's see, we're going to build a workshop, first things first, followed by a windmill, just things that will help it build even faster. And then we'll do walls, a coliseum, and a bank, and then an aqueduct. Not too concerned about the order of these things. I think I'm pretty much set with the social policies that I have here. So now I'm going to go back in and see what else I can add on in this direction. There's a lot that I could do, actually. In this case, I'm going to go for this additional great artist. This is just an aesthetics. I'm going to go for these two policies next because this is, again, this is the social policy tree that is connected with culture. And this is just going to give me a great artist. I'm going to use them to extend my golden age. But then when I get this policy, so which extends our tourism modifier, which will help us gain additional influence, we also will have every policy in aesthetics. So we will, as you can see, we'll get a doubling of the theming bonus we receive from museums and wonders. And when we get that, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It also allows the purchase of great writers, artists, or musicians with faith, which is very handy to have. So I'll go with that. Actually, let me go ahead and show you the theming bonus now. So when you look at culture, particular cities have wonders. Like, for instance, Rome has the Great Library. If you fulfill the requirements of this theming bonus, which is this +0 right here, by filling these slots, you get a boost to culture in that city. So in this case, to maximize your bonus, make sure the great work slots are all filled with writings from different eras and different civilizations. So I could just put works of writing in here. If they fit these criteria in particular, there will be a bigger boost than usual. Notice Warsaw is 2 of 3 works of art. So if I really wanted to go all in, I could play the Swap Great Works game. I'm not going to, because I don't want to. But I could play the Swap Great Works game and get a work of art that would fulfill this condition. So art from the same era and civilization. Yeah, so right now the game is not automatically trying to fulfill that and maximize that bonus because they're the same civilization but different eras. All right, so this worker is done with the farm that he was building. Let's send this worker... Yeah, you're going to go up there. All right, this is our new great artist, Cezanne. So now we have 17 more turns of this awesome golden age. All right, we're going to put this submarine back in alert. Okay, there is definitely a barbarian encampment there. So we're in for a bit of a fight here. All right, this worker finished the road to Bratislava, which is great news. So now we are connected to them. What do I want you to do? I don't really need you, but come on up here. It'll take 7 turns, but go on up there. Next turn, and we'll see what the barbarians do now that we have these men in range of them. We should be able to take care of this camp pretty quickly with this unit. This Gatling gun is technically 1 era behind, I believe. Possibly 2 eras behind. Oh, hey! Okay, so you want a research agreement in which we each invest 400 gold. You want me to open my borders, give you 25 gold, give you 1 gold per turn, and give you 5 horses for this research agreement. Haha, no. No, no, and no. That will not be happening. You're still our friend, though. You're still Askia of the Songhai, our oldest neighbor. Super cool. Alright, so we're... Oh, the barbarians actually didn't do anything. Their mistake. So I was talking in an earlier episode about ranged... I think it was a half episode, actually, about ranged units. This is a ranged unit, but notice they did fire back when attacked. Interesting, right? Just good to know the mechanics of how those different battles go. We're going to send this worker up there to build a mine. All right, the trading post is done. None of these deer have been improved, so we're going to start improving these deer. Like we improved those cows earlier. Go improve those deer. These are the workers that improve the cows. Oh. Sorry, it's getting close to the end of the series and I'm getting silly. I'll try to keep a straight face. I'm glad it's gone well, though. As always, guys, you know, if I know I've cruised into Let's Play mode at this point. I know I'm explaining a little bit less because I'm trusting some of these mechanics just to be more intuitive. But if you have any questions, please continue to post comments. Let me know what you think, and I will do my best to either answer the comments or actually do a half episode clarifying stuff for you if needed. All right, so those guys are gone. And we're going to finish off these guys and take the barbarian camp. So we got 25 gold. Sweet. We are about to complete our research that will give us access to the Sydney Opera House. And I know I said I was going to build that in Warsaw. I still kind of want to build it in Warsaw. I would just have to send a great engineer up there, and it would take them a minute. It's worth the wait. Malacca election rigged once again. We are 8 turns away from the next World Congress vote, where we're going to vote for the world ideology. And speaking of things that will help us with the world ideology vote, we are now allies with Yerevan. Let's give them 100 more gold just to ensure that we have plenty of influence with them. So we now have nearly 160, almost 100 influence more than we need with Yerevan. Okay, so now that we have a market in all cities, we can build the East India Company. I don't know that many people are trading with Rome, though. Trade routes other players make to a city with the East India Company will generate an extra 4 gold for the city owner, and the trade route owner gains an additional 2 gold for the trade route. So that would affect me. That would only give me 4 more gold because the Songhai do have, as you can see on the bottom list there, they're trading between Gao and Rome. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that. Let's go ahead and build a medical lab in Rome to help Rome continue to grow really quickly. Oratium needs... yeah, we'll go ahead and build the recycling center. We can only build 5 of these. This is a unique building. Notice, we can only build 5 recycling centers, but they give 2 aluminum each, and aluminum is used to build some more of the advanced military units. So let's go ahead and build one of those 5 there. We'll build another one of them here. What I'm going to do is just... I'm actually going to remove research from the queue here. Ha! We can do a solar plant here. So we'll bring the queue back up because we want a solar plant and then another recycling center. Neapolis also needs... Well, actually, you know what? Hang on. Let's go back to our cities again. Let's look at our economic overview. Yeah, it's going in Warsaw. I just think that's the best place to put it. We could put it in Neapolis, which is what I was briefly considering there, but I just don't think that would be the best move. So our closest great engineer is in Rome. And we're going to move him. It's Karl Benz. We're going to move him to Warsaw. It's going to take 6 turns. Oh yeah, you were going to improve these deer, weren't you? Build a camp. All right, now I'm going to send these guys to investigate. Oh wait, no. That's where the other barbarian encampment was, and it looks like since our territory expanded, we can now see that there actually, as I suspected, is no longer an encampment there. So that's good. I'm just going to bring these guys back to Warsaw. It's going to take them 6 turns. We'll build a mine on top of those hills. This battleship needs to do some of its work. So these ships, I have an alert status, and alert status is working its magic. Telecommunications, definitely. We're going to research this for the sake of the CN Tower. Free broadcast tower in all cities, +1 population in each city, and +1 happiness per city. If you need me to explain to you at this point why that's awesome, you have not been paying attention in this tutorial. There are a lot of reasons for which we would want that, given the choices we've made in this series so far. We're past the year 2000 AD. We're also past the 420th turn, so we're less than 80 turns away now from that time victory. We've gotten some oil in from Malacca. We can purchase stuff with faith. Let's see what we have access to. Great prophet, great scientist, inquisitor, missionary. I'm going to go ahead and buy a great scientist with faith. We're not going to be able to use him this turn, but notice we still have over 1,000 faith because we're gaining a bunch every single turn. We'll build a medical lab in Mediolanum. Solar plant in Surtse. Camp there. And we'll put you back in alert status. Let it continue to work its magic. Where's our... All right, there's our engineer. He's on his way to Warsaw. Warsaw should be ready to build that that wonder pretty soon. So you probably noticed with the wonders, there's this weird dynamic in Civ 5 as it changes as you play different difficulty levels. But I mean, if you play low difficulty levels, it's very easy to get every wonder you want. Okay, here's our great scientist. Let's use him real quick. We have telecommunications, and we're in the information era. Awesome. So we got an extra spy. But as I was saying, it changes based on difficulty level. But it's easy to get, you know, a good number of wonders in the beginning of the game, and then other civilizations start to catch up. They have more cities, so they can build more wonders, and so you get beaten to several wonders, but then you catch up, and you're just producing stuff so much faster that the end game wonders typically then tend to all fall back into the corner. So it's this weird kind of dip graph where you have a lot in the beginning, it dips in the middle of the game, and then climbs back up to a higher number of wonders that you're able to secure towards the end of the game. All right, so the CN Tower can now be built. We definitely need to build that as soon as possible. I'm going to build that in Mediolanum. We're going to just add it to the queue. Can I potentially buy that medical lab? No. We're going to just put the CN Tower at the top of the list. Hurry production is going to take 11 turns to finish. It's longer than I would like, frankly. Build a solar plant in Ravenna. And we now have access to some really nice information age level, information era technologies, including, check this out, an additional delegate in the World Congress for every spy as a diplomat in another civilization's capital. And I just got an extra spy. So we could definitely gain some additional delegates right now that would help us lock down control of the diplomatic game. Or we could double our tourism output by inventing the internet. We're a little bit behind in inventing the internet. I'm tempted to go for one of these technologies because these are all military based. I mean, we definitely need to flesh this out. We're behind on the bottom of the tech tree, but it's so nice that we have access to these two technologies. Yeah, I'm going to go for globalization. We're going to go ahead and go for that. It's not typical of the way I've done the tech tree for the rest of the series, but whatevs. All right, this Lucia is going to go to whose capital? Well, first of all, hang on. We have that capital covered, So yeah, you need to go to Onondaga. These are my cities. Oops. Where's Onondaga? Right there. Diplomat. It's going to take him a turn. But Onondaga is the capital of Hiawatha. Maria is secretly plotting against Casimir. So we're going to share that intrigue so that Casimir likes us a little bit more. And looks like our engineer is making his way. We'll do another trading post there. Next turn. Warsaw is almost done with its research lab, which I think is the last thing on its queue. Globalization is 11 turns away. They're just renewing that deal. That's fine. Gold per turn for one of our salt resources. I am definitely letting this episode run a little long, aren't I? All right, let me... I kind of want to get that engineer to Warsaw before this episode ends. Sorry, I know this is atypical of me, guys, but I'm focused on a few key things right now. World Congress... Oh, okay, this is a significant development. And we got a great writer. That's good. So check this out. The world has entered the atomic era either because half the civilizations have reached it or one civilization has reached the era beyond it, which that was us. The fledgling idea of a permanent peace takes root in the World Congress, which is reborn as the United Nations. A special session is called to choose the host of this powerful new diplomatic force. The United Nations will continue to decide matters as before, but regular sessions will alternate with sessions attempting to choose a world leader, making a diplomatic victory possible. So we now have 6 delegates. We have 2 delegates per city-state and the world leader proposal. So just to show you how much that has just changed the game, we have 22 delegates at our disposal. And we are actually voting right now to determine the host. So we're going to vote for ourselves. Maria's got a lot of delegates. I'm impressed. So she has city-state allies. I need to strip those from her. So that she loses influence and loses the ability to fight the proposals that we make. I know that sounds vicious, but I'm just trying to gain diplomatic control here. All right, so let's go for a hotel in Aboricum. Krakow. Oh, wow. Lots to do here. Let's queue up some stuff in Krakow. Temple, bank, factory, museum, public school. Actually, we're going to move the factory up so that it's first. So that all that future stuff will build faster. Warsaw. Why can I not build the Sydney Opera House here? Oh, that's right. I'm an idiot. The Sydney Opera House requires a coastal city. Crap. All right, well, we can't build it in Warsaw. In that case, I need to pick my best coastal city and build it there. Crap. I completely spaced. I knew that. I totally knew that, I promise. Well, in that case, I'll go ahead and resume that trade route. We have our we have Harriet Beecher Stowe here, our great writer. So we're going to go ahead and write a political treatise to get a nice 5,000 culture. Notice we now are well over our limit. So I'm going to go ahead and do this to increase our tourism modifier. We also can now purchase great writers with faith. And on that note, this episode is running long. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here and continue. We'll find a place to build the Sydney Opera House in the next episode, since I've been derping this entire time. And we'll continue to move towards one of those victory types. At this point, who knows which one we're moving towards. Let's have a quick look at our victory progress, just to give you an idea. So culturally, we're gaining influence over every civilization, slowly climbing 17.9, 21.6, 15.9, 38.6 over Songhai, remember those great musicians, and 15.1 over Poland. We also are almost at the top of the technological bubble. And look, I mean, we only need 34 delegates to win the diplomatic vote. And every vote that we lose while having the most delegates will get additional delegates. So we are steamrolling towards all of the pacifist victory types, including the most complex, which is cultural. Fun times. I don't know which one we'll go for. We'll just kind of play it by ear. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I upload new episodes in the Civ 5 tutorial every day at noon. Almost forgot the time slot for a minute there. Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4 for those of you not in the States. If the series is over when you're watching this, it'll be something else, and kind of a grand strategy or historical strategy type vibe. So I hope you'll tune in for that. Comments, as always, are welcome. Again, we're nearing the end of the series, so if you guys have anything as far as blanks that you want me to fill in, let me know so that I can jump on those before too long. We are approaching the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to cut this right now. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit.